It's the Cable MTG Show.
Library action. Soup stip. I think soup stips are like a one per season deal. I don't really want to be forcing soup all season. As busted as it is, a little unfair to the other drafters, right? Have to play against the soup deck. We don't want the all soup meta. Hello, Shelly. Yeah, I've been really liking LED. I like Grim Monolith too. I think after Shieldred, I'd be like torn between those two. And then if those two aren't in the pack, it becomes like, what do you prefer between Natural Order, Bolt, or Fast Bond? Personally. That's what I'm looking at there. Two slightly distorted guitars. What a great lyric. Hell yeah, Elite. Was there a picture of you buying the library on Twitter? I think I might have seen that. Off of... God, I'm so bad with names. the Blue-Green Madness player. Hey, Real Rankler, thanks for the donation. Thanks for the $10. Roland Chan. No, I'm Blue-Green Vengevine. Got you. You got it from Laughing Dragon. Sure. Yeah, I'd seen some pictures on social media of a library exchanging hands. Oh, I gotta draft something. We're gonna draft this Memory Lapse. The black cards are kind of whatever. Lapse is a good card. Tubular Bells! They said the name of the song! Oh, hello. Well, I wasn't feeling Reanimator, and now I'm all of a sudden feeling Reanimator. Some zesty green cards going around. One cool thing about Library and Reanimator is you can like intentionally overfill your hand with it pretty easily, especially on the draw. This turn one, like, activate, discard. Pretty slick. So we have a couple solid blue cards here. We're not necessarily blue. So I don't hate taking Fire Covenant. Palantir's like okay in Reanimator. I guess I can draft it. I don't hate the red hedge there either, though. Oh, let's take a Wrath. Yeah, an actual Wrath. Sure. I'm into it. The Damnation makes the Palantir look better, too. Nice follow-up. You take a turn off developing. Just, like, clean everything up the next turn while you're still getting value. Amazing sprinkles. Amazing. I draft Palantir more than any other person. I don't even like it that much. But I believe you. How do you say no to value? Soul Cauldron? Yeah, I mean, there's creatures with activated abilities. There's Grizzlebrands and Oriok Salvagers and Kikijikis and stuff. It's hard to get a critical mass of them all in one deck. It's hard for Soul Cauldron to be a consistent deck. Or as consistent card. I think it's at its best when you have like a few activated abilities and then also you're in a Reanimator mirror. I think that's where that card's at its best. That's a late bribery. I'm gonna take Imperial Seal over it. Now that we're doing Reanimator stuff, like I would rather get an Archon in play rather than like play a bribery and hope to get the opponent's Archon, right? Yeah, JB Mill. In the my set review of this card, I was very tired when I got to Palantir and I had some very terrible terrible sleepy bad math conversations with chat. Like, well, what if you just deck? And then I literally decked myself at the pre-release with Palantir. Super long game. I'd like scryed all my lands to the bottom, and so like my opponent milled me for 6 and took like 2 damage to kill me at the end of the game. Exhume is exactly what we were looking for. Unlikely Ladorb. I've heard very little Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. I think the singer just doesn't quite mesh with me. Never quite landed that band. You'd rather take 20 from Palantir than let an opponent touch your clogs? Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Wow, maybe we are blue. Uncolor Moxen are so nice, right? It's like not even crazy to take the Atraxa here. I'm not going to. I'm going to take this Mox, but it's not crazy to take the Atraxa. It's a little bit easier to take the Mox since we already have Archon, right? We don't have like a bunch of reanimate shit with nothing to get back. And then hopefully we pick up a Grizzlebrand somewhere. Oh, the Atraxa's not coming back, friend. You just gotta cut that free from your mind. Gotta know when to let go. If you truly love something, set it free. And if it's meant to be, it'll come back to you. It's not meant to be. It's not coming back. Why'd you let it free, you fucking idiot? Man, that was dumb. Yeah, Bone Shards is a really good one. Reanimator Shell. Nice efficient removal spell. Hey, Xander's Lounge. A little bit of fixin'. Yeah, you absolute fucking moron. What were you thinking? Student Scolding. I've got by it once or twice. I don't love it. I mean, it's probably not making the cut. Oh, that's not a bad one to reanimate. I like this card like a lot better than, say, Elish Norn as a reanimate target. Because it flies? No, it's just a better card. all of the differences added up make it much better than Elish Norn. But Caleb, you could give their creatures -2/-2, or you could take no damage from any of their creatures ever. You could have a creature that could get bounced by Caracas, or you could not that. You could have a 4/7 with Vigilance, or a 7/7 flyer. Just like every difference, right? Every single. You even like have flexibility with Sarah's Emissary. Like maybe you saw a removal spell in their hand that you now get to play around because you get to name that instead of whatever. Hell yeah, this Necromancy, huh? You love to see it. Troc might be a sideboard card unless I get a lot more fixing. Hey, Brutality. Or do I want Jace? I probably do want Jace, huh? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure if I dig this Grim Monolith or not. You can chill here for now, though. Could turn one the Palantir with it. In an ideal world, I'm not playing Mana Confluence. Is that how you say Turok? That's how I say fucking Turok. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Oh man, I can't believe the regular Vintage Cube isn't going to get the third to last pick Deceiver Exarchs floating around. I'm going to miss it so much. Really depressing stuff. The one player that fires up Moto to force twin and then like never play Cube for the rest of the season. Oh, where will I be without their specific happiness? But Caleb, they're loud on social media. Oath of Druids? Oath of Druids, like either of those, I think are fine to have in the Vintage Cube. I just also think that they're both fine to cut too. Don't consider them sacred cows. Plenty of powered cubes go without. They're all very fun to play. And I really like the idea of like a rotating set of cards that all like support each other. You end up with less like old boomer mainstays that like don't actually fit unless they're supported. And then those cards have a chance to actually be good and supported again. Have people like remember why they were fucking sick. Way better design philosophy, I think. Having take the Underground Sea. Dark Ritual would be sick here, right? With turn 1 Palantir, turn 2 Shieldred, that sort of shit. Be a really nice Dark Ritual deck. Ooh, the Grizzlebrand. Alright, we got some real nice reanimatables now. We're a little short on reanimation effects. We just have Exhume and Necromancy. And I would love to see a few more ways of binning things. Right now it's just Bone Shards, Jace, and Library overhand. Maybe the Palantir Mill. This is the rare Reanimator deck that actually used Chrome Mox. I'm going to take Dark Slick over it, though. I'm just going to keep on valuing fixing here. We do have, like, that Counterspell, for example. Ugly pack for me. I don't think it's an upheaval deck, no. You generally don't want Mass Bounce in your deck that's trying to reanimate a big fatty. Plans are a little at odds. So I'd love this Bitter Reunion. We have a Xander's Lounge. It's not really enough red for it. There's that Talisman. I just, like, don't really want this other stuff either. Splashing for Bitter Reunion is a little weird. I will admit that. There's only going to be, like, 2 cards in the pack when it comes back. I think I dig it. And then we just, like, commit to the Mana Confluence. Is Torsten a decent fatty? Sort of. In this, it's not like this deck is going to have a critical mass of creatures, right? It's going to be like a 7/7 that draws us a few cards. We already have really good reanimate targets. We're not short on good reanimate targets. We got like 3 of the best ones right here. What we're short on is ways to bin things and ways to reanimate things. That is what our deck lacks. Ugly. I'd like this Otawara if I thought there was like... If I was like sure I was going to have enough playables here. Urtai is just not a card I want to play in this deck. It's just so slow. I don't know if I want to play Cabal Ritual either, though. Yeah, Shellgrave's not the worst. It's bad with Emissary, but it's good with Grizzlebrand and Archon. Not a real solution. Caveman? I guess I'm not playing Bitter. Yeah, pack 3 was kind of terrible for us. Oh well. Emergency playables? Not much. There's like a Pylon, Bankbuster. I think we're okay here though. We had a couple cuts to make. Couple red discard outlets. Song is fun, you're not wrong. Do I want to play a 4-mana Entomb? Fucking maybe, huh? Alright, now we got a lot of red looting. Got like a couple things that can crew Bankbuster. If blue is open, I'd probably have more than like 2 or 3 blue cards in here. Is cool, yep. This is 2 blue bells, Mr. Hyde. Pretty well-known track. I'm considering not playing the Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, maybe I'll play like the FTK or something. Something that impacts the board. Or maybe Pylon gets better with some early game creatures. Yeah, right now my only spot removal is Bone Shards. I guess FTK is also kind of removal. Is the Urtai Resurrected? So this would be 5 red sources with the Talisman of Creativity in there. I prefer 6. This is a fine start. This is 11 black sources. It's a great number. We could go down to 10. And this is 8 blue sources, which is way fucking more than we need. There's only 4 blue cards in there. Hey, thanks, Lockjaw. Now we care about our color requirements, JB Mill. So Talisman of Creativity like helps with the double splash. Could maybe still play Turok. So this would be 7 blue and 6 red. I go up to 7 red too and go down to 10 black. I kind of dig that. We don't need double black until Shielded, Damnation, and Arcfiend. 10 black feels like enough to me. None of it's after the Talisman either. It's all like base black. Cool. I'll get another land. Where did the land come from? Where the counts right? Seven, 11. I dig it. It's pretty good mana. And I think the red cards really help smooth things out for us here. They give us 3 real natural discard outlets, and they're not just like terrible discard outlets either. They're like value discard outlets, right? They're actual filtering. Try and help us get through the deck. They'll do something. Real nice addition, I think. So long as it's free, right? If the splash isn't free, then that changes the evaluations. I've been really impressed with Turok lately. It's possible it's better than Aklazat's, despite needing an extra black source. I'm going to start this, though. It is at its best versus white removal, which not every opponent has, right? You treat it like a sideboard card. Yeah, we're a little bit short on reanimation effects. Like Exhume and Shallow Grave aren't the best ones. Necromancy's pretty good. But yeah, it's 3 reanimation effects, 3 really quality reanimation targets. We don't have Entomb, but we do have Imperial Seal, so we have 1 tutor. And then a lot of nice churn and fixing and stuff. And ways to bin things. Nice. I think that's the most important one to be redundant. The loot effects, because they also just like help you find the other pieces. I think I'm supposed to lead on Strix. It's tempting to leave up the Lapse, of course. We'll see what they do turn 1. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to leave up Lapse. Changed my mind. Just kidding. Now that they might play like some fucking 5-drop on Tomb. Yeah, I like it a lot too, Doomsday. Clean, versatile. Oh, we're passing? That's what we're doing? Make 5 mana pass the turn. Gross. If they want to, they can crack the Mind Stone, redraw it. What a journey, huh? What a journey on these Tubular Bells. Might be Reunion and Bidding Damnation here. I played through 2 runs, Brickmaster. My first run is up on YouTube. If you're curious how that went. Viewers described it as a beautiful mess. Or beautiful disaster. And something along those lines. And some people said that it was their favorite of the runs they'd watched. Some crazy shit went down. And then after that, I did a Dark Urge run off stream. I really enjoyed that as well. That's a little song request there. It was an interesting one for sure. Yeah. Valid review. Maybe I should have played it before my land, Tom. Could have the Lava Claw down. Oh, really, Brickmaster? Yeah, I didn't have much of a issue. But I also kind of just, like, let her do whatever she wanted. Which meant I was not playing with some characters for my full run. Well, that's terrible for me. Well-timed time spiral here. How's the mod support for Baldur's Gate 3? It looks incredible. So I'm a member of a few various forums, Facebook groups, where people like share memes and stuff. And I see the pictures of people's like modded characters and some discussion of modded content. People go crazy. There's like classes that aren't in the game that there's mod support for. And you can like go over the level cap and just like all this crazy shit. I haven't touched it. I haven't touched it at all. If I get bored some years from now, maybe I'll dive into Baldur's Gate 3 modded content. Good luck, Brickmaster. Oh, do you want a tip for Moonrise, Brickmaster? Moonrise is a lot less frustrating. So if you're trying to keep Jaheira alive, Moonrise is a lot less frustrating if you control her. You have the option to be like, you should be in my group. You should fight with us. And she's like, I should lead these folks. And you should be like, no. Because if you just let the AI control her, she's very suicidal. So some people have to reload that fight over and over and over to try and keep her alive. Not recommended. That's all. The opponent did a whole lot of nothing. Let's lead on Inquisition and then FTK this kitten, Thanks for their helm. We could go to discard, bin Grizzlebrand, and the Necromancian. Draw some cards. I think I like just answering the cat. Cat's kind of scary. Yeah, I didn't have that issue either on Suspicious Banana. I guess I'm just built different. Do I have a favorite vacation spot? I like Hawaii a lot, but I don't vacation much. I usually like traveling to different places, explore new things, and, see different cultures. I really like traveling for music festivals. Yeah, that didn't happen to me at all, Red 7, on either of my playthroughs. I think most of the people that are surrounding her are just, like, dead instantly. Like I said, I'm just built different. So we know that they've got a Leyline Binding in hand. So I don't want to, like, play the bat out and give it haste here. I was going to play the Talisman into the bat next turn, and then they'll Binding that, and then I'll Grizzlebrand them. Assuming we don't die somehow. Cute the Talisman's mana neutral. Fun, Brickmaster. Love all of that. Yeah, I've got Judas Priest tickets for this summer, and I'm very fucking excited. I think I'm more stoked about this new album than most people. The last one was such a banger. Oh man, I get a bat from them cycling. Amazing. Firepower was really good, Dagon Crow. And I've liked the singles. They've released 2 singles from the new album. And they're both like banging. So we're gonna like adjust to be a little bit better versus Storm cards. Even if it's a little weird. Like bringing Counterspell and Turok in. A little rough on the mana. We can cut the FTK. And then I kind of want one more blue source with counterspell in here. So we can go down to 6 red. That's fine. And we're still at 11 black, which I think is enough for Turok. Everything else can stay the same. What am I going to need for Emissary if I get Emissary down? Probably Sorcery from what I saw. I don't know. Maybe Planeswalker. They're doing Cat Blink stuff. Hell yeah, Mio. Love everything about that. Fuck, huh? So if we turn 1 Imperial Seal, we don't have a Necromancy for the turn 2 Reanimate. I'm sorry, we don't have a Reanimate for the turn 2 Reanimate. Why don't we turn 1 Inquisition, and then turn 2 we go Imperial Seal, Valdarin, loot away Grizzlebrand, and then we'll have Reanimate in hand for the Grizzlebrand. I think that's all better than destroying cards with Library. If they're playing combo stuff, right? Though there were slow combo last game. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I should just be drawing with Library. Bribery, Alright, I guess I'm glad I'm being a little aggressive here. The saddest library you've ever seen? Yeah, right? I mean, if we didn't have this Voldaren, the library would have been really nice. Maybe just get Exhume here, huh? Instead of the 3-mana one. Yeah, I dig that. Put him was all inning on Bribery. I mean, I don't blame them. Seems like a good plan against Reanimator. They had 2 forms of acceleration too, with the Talisman and the Chrome Mox. Like, without the Inquisition, they could have bribered me already. Boop boop boo doo ba doop boop boo doo. I don't really want to fuck with Graveyard Order. I guess I just keep all the creatures in hand. Oh, there's 5. 5's kind of a lot. Then I'm only keeping 1 land. It does let you reorder. I'm just, like, really worried about fucking it up, you know? It super matters here. Ugly. I'm, like, really worried about, that bribery. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Yagmon, thanks for 56 months. So it's not, like, the most convenient counter for a bribery. But it works, right? You like that, Tybalt? Yeah, that's why I was, like, really paranoid about my Graveyard Order mattering there. Correct. You gain protection. That's why when you play it and you name creatures, like your opponent like can't really deal you damage. That's why it's just better than Elishnorin, right? I'd love to get the bat down, but I think we're pretty good just like holding up the Urtai here, right? Maybe play out the Jace. Jace or Strix. Oh, Strix closes the clock by a turn, but I can play it next turn too. Cool. Y'all gotta admit, that was a sick, sick shallow grave. The things you can do with like known information, right? Because we knew the bribery was coming, we could set that up. I don't know. I guess the overall power level is pretty low. If I could for sure play Shieldred on 3, like if I had another Black Source, I'd be tempted to go turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Talisman, turn 3 Shield. Just because it wins so quickly. I'm gonna Library though. And we could like draw right now. Like we drew a fatty, it might be convenient to bin it. But I think I'm gonna chill. We have like multiple loot effects for fatties. It's not like an urgent thing. I can make the same play next turn too. Yeah, it might be different if I already had a fatty or if I already had a discard out, or already had a reanimation effect. Oh, fuck all this, Harvester could kill Phantasmal Image. The Pest Infestation's annoying versus Talisman. And Tireless Tracker kind of just wins the game. I guess it's the Reanimator deck. I'm supposed to grab Image. Maybe they just never draw another land. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? That's not a land. I'm feeling it. Nice. I mean, could have run out the Voldaren there, but I think just binning Ceres is better. Feeling pretty glad about taking that Image, even though we could handle Image pretty well. No! My Shieldred! So I'm not going to be boarding in the Counterspell and the Turok here. This seems like a matchup where my main deck removal might be good. My Damnation, my FTK and such. Could play Pylon over Aklazats. Yeah, let's jam this. When people decided Library wasn't good anymore. Yeah, part of it was LSV saying it was overvalued, and he never said it was bad. He was just like, this is like a top 50 cube card, not like a top, not like a pack one pick one. It should be going like, he was saying that it should be going like 5th through 7th pick or something instead of first pick, which is why he didn't end up with it very often because other people valued it higher. And I would say now I agree with that. I wasn't like quite there. Like I valued it a little bit higher than him at the time. I'm thinking about keeping this hand, is why I haven't like Snap Mulder kept yet. I think I'm going to keep it. There's 11 Black Sources in here. It's like a turn 3 Sarah's. And if we hit a Black Source, we get Inquisition first. It's a little if. We just don't have that many reanimation effects. And having the fatty to bin and the reanimation effect seems not the worst. Well, there's Black Source. It's not one I can Inquisition off of, but it's still good. Actually, what if I play the Xander's Lounge now? Oh, that doesn't work, because then I'm not discarding next turn. If I'm playing the Inquisition. Yeah, let's just spin. Just bin rip swamp, right? I pack one, pick one did just now. Yeah, it's a weaker pack though. Like I'm not taking library over Ragavan, fucking Palace Jailer, and one of the 4-mana initiative cards, Umezawa, like the Fury, Solitude. There's like so many more cards that I would take over library now than there used to be. And sometimes even when it's going late, I don't snap it up because there's something else that I need there. Hey, there we go. Oh, Inquisition isn't great with Exhume, is it? If we'd seen the Phantasmal image there, the Inquisition would not have been a great answer. Questing beats the Angel, does it? Beats protection damage. Well, I can still kill this Garrick with it. Suppose there's value there. Yeah, no reason for the wolf token to serve. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Emo Soda. Thanks for 6 months. Oh, for sure, I'm random. I can adjust that. Oh, I turned it up for a quieter song earlier. Didn't turn it back down. Thanks for the heads up. Nah, next turn, Raph. If I attack Garrick, I'm dead on board. So, why the fuck would I do that? That you had vigilance? No, just flying. And now we chill here at a robust 1 life. Oh, they got a flasher. Boo, boo. Hull Breacher too good. Now I see why they haven't had Hull Breacher in the regular cube. 3 mana, 3/2 flash, too strong. Yeah, I could have traded with Questing Beast and then used Shallow Grave to clear Garrick, and then I would have been at 9 life instead of 1, but I would have had the Shallow Grave in my hand. Felt worse, but we wouldn't have tied to a flash creature there. I was thinking post-damnation, Shallow Graving Bank Emissary could be sweet. If they played something sweet. Yeah, no, we're still good here. Got like FTK and stuff. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Nugget Mom. Well, turn 2 Strix isn't terrible. An Archon is like probably my best thing to reanimate in this matchup. Armina's fine. Yeah, you're fine, Raph. That's a situation where it's like pretty clear we're missing something. It's easy to correct it. A legit question. Hey. I really want to sneak an Inquisition in here, but it seems hard to do that and play out the Palantir hum. Okay. Yeah, it's Inquisition now and play the Jace. I dig it. Oh, what perfect timing for a song request. This is from Squid Squad, who is feeling folky. This is Tim O'Brien. The album's Two Journeys. This track is The Apple Press and The Apple Cart. Oh man, we just passed Apple Press season. Makes me feel a smidge nostalgic. Growing up, my grandparents had an apple orchard, and we had folks that lived closer to us that had an apple orchard, and every year we'd go help them with the harvest and press apples into cider, and some of it we'd set aside to make hard cider, and it was like a whole... It was fun, you know? Bunch of folks laughing, making apple stuff, helping out. Yeah, thinking about this memory lapse, thinking about the pest infestation, I think I just take Umezawa's. But maybe I don't give a shit about Umezawa's. Maybe that's whatever. See if I end up regretting that shit, hum. Come on, Jace. Yes. Oh, that's so good. Just the best. And now we get to win the match just like we started the match, with them stumbling on 2 lands and dying. Oh, that's a little better, huh? That's not bad. This track fucking rules. Love the concertina in there. Our holes are secure. So we know the opponent's hand is has 3 of these cards. Kind of a scary hand, If you move to Madison, will I go apple picking with you? Oh no, no, I would not do that. I've got a bad back. That's too much. What a sweet request, though. Maybe a form of berry picking that doesn't involve ladders. So we lapse and then lapse back, and that's kind of fine, actually. A lot of soul rings in the winner's bracket, big seed. Sure. I want to make a 3-3 with the Gargs here, so we can block for the Garrick. We're definitely trading. Apple flicker poles. Oh, the long things like grab apples or whatever. Yeah, I guess I've never been recreationally apple picking. I've only been like actual like family orchards and stuff. Kind of a good hand, Tom. This track is very off. This is a different tone, huh? That's kind of what I was thinking, Two-Tone Terran. And if we have to Damnation and clear the Shieldred, it's like not the end of the world. Favorite kind of apple? Most of them have their spots, Not a crab apple. My grandma grew a lot of Granny Smiths. Those like those golden apples. Hey, Peripheral, thanks for 420 bits there. Some new Ben folds, sweet. Does this blow up a Planeswalker? It does. That could be good. Thought Granny Smiths were good. I might be thinking of a different apple. Yeah, you're right. Granny Smiths are green. What are those fucking golden ones? Oh, just Golden Delicious. I don't think that's what I was thinking of. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, where's the mill? Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 56 months. Pretend I did the thing where I wrote what you say when you read out sub messages. Did I do that? That's all. Also gonna hit my Jace. One of the issues with taking the trade is in the shallow grave is kind of bad. If you trade, then you can like shallow grave twice, right? You can play the shallow grave and then Jace back shallow grave. It'd be really nice if we could do that and get back the FTK though, I guess we just let this happen. Hope it works out. If you gotta put delicious in the name of your stuff, it's likely not. On the ones I played had were good. Very sweet. Sunwarmed. Well, that's fucking interesting. Hey, handsome. Thanks for 420 bets. Appreciate you. So the Garrett could ult here. Give them all +3/+3. And trample. A little bit of an issue with us at 13. Probably going to 15 from the Palantir. Yeah, I think they were gonna mill 3 there. If that was our first mill, we would have left the angel on top, Best apple you ever had was in a random cow field. Why aren't you going to a specific cow field? So 7 plus 6. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Roll Duke, thanks for 40 months. So 13 plus 2 is 15 plus 4. And then Shieldred gets to soak 5, and our Titan gets to soak 2. I guess that's all fine. Eight plus 7 is 15. They're at 5. They can gain 4, go up to 9. Kind of feels like we have a win here, We serve with Lava Claw. Let's take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're at 9, essentially. Then draw a turn from Shieldred. Alright. So I didn't fuck up the math, right? 7 plus 6 is 13, 14, 15. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm counting out here, Cybertron. I think we were like in a fine spot here if we like untap Damnation and like grind them out with Palantir as well. But like, I mean, if you can kill them, if they're just dead, right? Exile Caleb D. No, don't exile Caleb D. We'd actually get 2 more damage by flashing back Shallow Grave here. Do I dig that? No, let's just activate. I'm thinking kill with Umazawas, but that's like the same as them gaining 4 life. Good stuff. Love that. Love that shit. Oh, hey, we're facing Hogwash. Turn 2, Grizzle Bree. Don't hate it. No. I wanted to discard this thing. I was just clicking away merrily, like, oh, I can discard that one too. I was like saving the Archon for last or whatever. God, wow, that fucking sucks, huh? I was like thinking about what my graveyard order was gonna be because it gets Shallow Graves, like all these fucking thoughts. Except for how close I was to 7. Fuck, It'd be nice if I had an Archon set up for next turn. Yeah, right? We got all our bombs left in our hand. Wherever we want them. I'll just fucking reanimate a Grizzlebrand. They'll be fine. Alright, now let's do this discarding right. A lot of lands. So Archon's a way better card with Shallow Grave, which is our remaining graveyard card. That's our last way to reanimate something. Hexdrinker's not bad. Not bad. I could pay 9 life to kill the Hexdrinker here. Why don't I just Imperial Seal? Well, just seal for an answer. Yeah, I like that better. Pass with Lapse up. It's pretty good. Oh, I should just be getting Shallow Grave. Maybe. Yeah, what am I thinking? I should have done that pre-combat. Like, seal for Shallow Grave pre-combat. Fucking... Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, then attacking's awkward, right? Like, do you attack the Grist? Or do you, like... I was gonna grab what I thought I was gonna grab, which is the Bone Shards. Actually, maybe I just leave it there. Maybe I do just grab the Shallow Grave. And just, like, do that next turn. If they spend their turn leveling up Hexdrinker, then the Shallow Grave rocks them. Yeah, okay. I don't get Memory Lapse, whatever, if they decide to play something here. I dig that, and I dig all of this. Didn't have the life to do it for pre-combat. Yeah, I suppose that's a reason. These autoplays, huh? These fucking autoplays. What are you doing to me, YouTube? Alright, Handsome has a song for the queue. I wish I could, like, set something with my autoplay where, like, if it's gonna autoplay a song, it cannot be longer than 20 minutes. And you'll just remove all of that garbage, like, autoplay fucking 10 hours of synthwave bullshit. And just never have to deal with that. Keep the mood more on point. Handsome has requested a song that is unavailable to me. Sometimes it's just that one upload. Let me know if this is what you were aiming for, Handsome. If this is the track you wanted. Thanks, Drac. I kind of dig this already. Oh, I can smell my fucking stew. I need to check on that. I'm gonna check on that. It smells fucking good. Should I board in the Stern Scolding? Everything they played that was scary and got countered by it. I don't like Eklats versus Strix, maybe. So this hand doesn't do much. It does have a Damnation. I think if I'm gonna keep a hand that doesn't do anything, I do want it to have a Damnation in it. Versus what I saw out of them, it might be good. Along the shores of what? Oh, the shores of what? Sound like some made-up fantasy language. Yeah. Jagaba. Thanks, Bill. Might be that fantasy universes lean on Irish accents a lot. Irish and Scottish and such. Zanzibar land. What are all these fucking walkers, huh? Could necromancy that Genercent, but it just gets bricked by the onboard walker, right? Not that exciting. Stop. Necroing Grist doesn't work that well. It like turns into an aura, like an enchant creature. Yeah. So it'll fall off. Reanimate works with Grist, and Recurring Nightmare works with it. Or Exhume. But you don't want to Necromancy it. You don't want to Animate Dead it. Those are unideal things to be doing. So the Golos is active. So this is not the most exciting turn for me. Well, that's not bad, huh? It's not bad grief. Yeah, Necromancy is looking a little saucy, looking a little sauced up. They reroll Golos, sure. Dave Matthews Band. Yeah, I can see it. Maybe without the obnoxious singer. Ooh, that mill though. That fucking mill though. Blind Tomb. Shallow Grave's lethal now. He's unassuming. I'm sure he would be. Bluff. Like his live show is like high energy, which is what you want from a frontman, right? But obviously, like, he's not gonna be like that. I wouldn't expect him to like go into a grocery store and. So we could look at 4 cards towards Shallow Grave if we wanted. Or we could slam this Shieldred. Too bad the Bitter Union's not down, huh? Shallow Grave no longer works because it'll get back Blood Tithe Harvester. Oh my fucking god. It was there, yeah, if I just cracked this stupid blood token. But if you crack the blood token, the harvester doesn't kill the grief. Well, let's see what this Golos hits, huh? Not worried about hitting draw spells. Not worried about a draw 7 here. There's a few different configurations for Golos that we don't mind hitting from the opponent team. Yeah, no shit, Bardaboos. Tamio, okay. The Grist, they're just trying to make sure that they can get the shielded off the board, which is respectable since they're at 3 fucking life here. Oh, this making a 1-1, okay, okay. Oh, they milled a Reanimate with that Grist. Terrifying card against me, If they'd upticked Tamio for Reanimate, that would have got me good. So they can get back Generous Ent and crack a food to go up to 6. But the Sarah's Emissary will make my creatures have pro creatures, and they won't be able to block. So we'll be good. And they could get back Grief, but we can respond to the Grief with the Shallow Grave here. The danger is, I guess, if they've got a counterspell, that'd be a bummer. Oh, good point, Daiko. Yeah, they didn't have the life to reanimate the Sarahs. Still a terrifying card against me, just not at this stage of the game. That's valid. Haste with Reunion. We're not Shallow Grave gives haste, friend. You're saying instead of playing the Exhume, you would Reunion and then Exhume? I did this.